Let's talk about how to prevent your budgies from breeding in the first place. Why? Because this can help you avoid a lot of unnecessary problems, especially if you are not planning to breed them or you're not prepared for breeding yet. This video is for those of you who aren't planning to breed their budgies or want to stop breeding and don't know how to end it. Well, to be 100% sure there will be no breeding is to have all your budgies the same gender. However, that is not the case for a lot of people. Either by choice they want to mix genders, or on purpose because they want to breed at some point but not yet. So let's state the obvious first. To discourage breeding behavior, you need your cage to not have a nesting box, or remove it if you have it. However, if the hen is currently laying eggs, you need to wait until she finished laying and then removing the nesting box to prevent egg binding. I do have a video about how to stop your budgies from laying eggs. I suggest you to watch it if you want to prevent breeding but your female budgie is still laying eggs. We go into more details in that video on how to do it the right way. After you remove the nest box, you want to make sure there's nothing that could resemble it. If you have any dark enclosed areas in your cage that could trigger breeding as well. Another thing you might be doing unintentionally is the artificial lighting in our home. You see, we might stay late at night because we have electricity which provides us with lighting, but artificial lighting will encourage your pet parakeets to breed. Actually, this is one of the methods used for chickens to keep laying eggs. So in winter, for example, when it's dark, let it be dark for your budgies so they can go and sleep instead of letting them stay late and elongate their day hours by artificial lighting and thus encouraging breeding. Changing the location of the cage would also help in preventing breeding. Birds like to be familiar with their surroundings before breeding. For me, during the day, I take my aviary out the house and put it back inside during the night. Which actually brings me to the next point, providing them with full spectrum of light, the sun in my case. It's actually very healthy for your budgies. We have talked about the sun benefits in this video. I will keep a link in the description if you want to see more details about the sun benefits to birds. Give your budgies a lot of different vegetables. It will help for vitamins, and not only it keeps your birds healthy, but if you only feed them the seed mix you bought at the store, this food encourages breeding, as it is easy for them to feed their chicks and is considered warm food, which also makes it easy to regurgitate to the chicks, while veggies are colder and aren't the optimal food for breeding, as it is not as easy to feed their chicks. Don't get me wrong, I give my breeding pair veggies to keep them healthy, but when it comes to feeding the chicks, they need more food like seeds and eggs that have a lot of fat and proteins. Try to provide different toys to your budgies. This will not only stimulate them intellectually, but also it keeps them busy from looking for a mate. You can always rearrange the inside of the cage as well, to keep them busy exploring new stuff, as well as changing their toys from time to time. If there are any toys that manifest breeding behavior, you should get rid of them. One of the most common known for this type of behavior is the mirror toy. I do have a video about the mirrors. When is it healthy and when is it not? In case you don't know if your bird is negatively attached to its mirror, go watch that video. And of course, there are other toys that your parakeet might consider what is so-called a love toy, or even might try to express its feelings to your hand. In that case, if it was a toy, you need to remove it. Or, if your bird is doing that to your hand, you need to discourage that behavior, usually by not touching your bird below the neck. And the last resort I go to, if all fail before going to the avian vet, is separating the breeding pair. This will obviously prevent them from breeding, when you separate the bonded pair. But like always, the last resort is going to your avian vet and get the optimal advice from your vet. In some cases, there could be a hormone injections applied to the bird. These injections are relatively safe. However, the effectiveness varies from bird to bird, and it is hard to be predicted accurately. But it's the avian vet job to decide what is best to your parakeets, and can tell you if it is recommended to do so, or maybe just changing their diet and their environment might be enough. For more about budgies, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are watching this video from YouTube and hit the bell icon to get notified when the next video is up. Or like the Facebook page if you are watching this video from Facebook.